Hey everyone, I'm Tracy Martirana from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome to my channel. If you find yourself needing to stuff stockings for adult children, or maybe you need to find some small but useful presents for coworkers or friends or just other adults in your life, then this video is for you. We have significantly cut down on the amount of gifts that we buy and the people that we buy gifts for. But I know many of us still do buy gifts for a certain number of people. We might have kids that are adults, but yet we still want to stock their stuffings. We have friends, we have coworkers, people that need gifts that, or we feel the need to buy gifts for. I guess very few people really need the gifts. But that got me thinking about different types of just sort of small gifts, things that could either be stocking stuffers or just that small gift for a friend, things that people would actually like and enjoy and use. So here's my list. I'm also going to put a lot of the links for these items down in the description box. So if you find something that sounds good to you, you can find it down below. Happy shopping. I'm starting in my library because the first group of people that you might have to shop for might be someone who is a reader. So other than a book or a gift card to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, what do you buy for a reader? First of all, if you're looking for something small and simple, you can never go wrong with a good bookmark. I love bookmarks, and I think most readers do. You can get some nice artsy ones for fairly cheap. You can also spend a little bit more and get like leather bookmarks or wooden bookmarks. And if you're creative, I highly suggest making a bookmark for this person. I mean, who doesn't like a homemade gift? Now, one step above a bookmark is something called a book dart. And a lot of people aren't familiar with these, but they are great. They come in like a little tin like this, and they look like this. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like pointy at the end, and it's almost like a glorified paper clip. And let me just show you how it works in a book. Obviously, you can use it just as a bookmark, but it also works great for marking passages. So if you're reading something that you want to come back to, it sticks right there. It points to the line that you're interested in. You can easily come through and find where they are in the book. There's another one. I don't know. If you're one of those people, or if your reader is one of those people who likes to sort of mark stuff to come back and look at, like good quotes or a really strong, important passage, book darts. They're not expensive, but they're very, very handy. Now, many readers also like an assortment of either like sticky note tabs or even sticky notes. Like I like, depending on the book, sometimes there are books that I need in the very beginning maybe to write down some notes of who's who, or if it's going to be a book club discussion book, I might want to actually make some bigger notes. So I like to have these to mark pages that I want to talk about in a book discussion. And then I also like to have some larger some larger post-it notes that I can put like in the book somewhere with maybe my thoughts or questions or things I want to discuss. And the next is a reading journal. These come in all kinds of shapes, sizes, and designs, from fairly simplistic to pretty fancy. So know your reader maybe a little bit to decide what you want to get them. But you can find some beautiful journals. This one, I haven't started it yet. It was gifted to me, and I can't wait to start using it. But any sort of book journal, most readers will like that, even if they don't use it for like every book they read. Every once in a while, though, you come across a book that you want to just make some notes on and you want to be able to come back to it. And having a place to do that is very nice. And it makes a very beautiful gift. And lastly, I feel like most readers do enjoy reading in bed, and that can be a little bit difficult from time to time. So having a really good book light or reading light is worth its weight in gold. I have one like this that sits around my neck, and then I have other ones that attach to the book. They all work great. It's nice to have a little bit of variety. So pick one and gift it to your reader friend. And now maybe you're buying for someone who loves to cook or someone who is just learning to cook. What could you buy them? A very simple gift that I think most cooks will enjoy is some sort of spice blend. So if you have a favorite spice blend that you use all the time, maybe consider gifting that. If you don't have a favorite, maybe you don't cook yourself or you're just not into using pre-blended spice mixes, just pick one. There are so many good choices, and I can almost guarantee you can't go wrong. And there are always really cute kitchen gadgets out there. You can go with even like a festive dish scrubber brush. Like I just saw one recently that was like a little Santa or a little elf. You can get maybe like a corn cob shaver. I don't know if that's the right word, that removes the kernels of corn from a corn cob. Those are kind of just a fun thing to have on hand in case you want to use it. You can also get little utensils like this little neon basting brush or these little mini tongs. They're super simple and kind of, maybe you almost think silly, but they're really handy to have. So anybody who spends time in the kitchen will likely enjoy these. I also feel like you can't go wrong with flavored vinegars or flavored oils. These can be used in such a variety of ways, whether it's basting meat like fish or making like a quick salad dressing. So you don't have to get a whole bunch of ingredients out to make a really delicious salad dressing. You just need two ingredients, one oil, one vinegar, flavored in a way that goes together well. Yummo. And then there are other things like maybe a meat thermometer, I should say cooking thermometer, because you can use it for more things than just meat. And they have really nice digital ones that aren't very pricey. You could go for an apron. While a lot of people think aprons, it makes you think back to the 50s with the housewife wearing her apron. I wear an apron all the time when I cook, just so that I don't mess up my clothes. Whether I'm cooking something that's going to spatter, I like an apron, or sometimes when I'm baking so I don't end up covered up in flour. So aprons are always a good idea, as are just some like cute tea towels. There's just walk through like the kitchen section of almost any store, or in like Williams Sonoma has like a cute utensil-y kind of place that you can just go through. You'll find something that every cook will love. Or maybe your gift recipient happens to be someone that loves a good adult beverage. That gives you lots of options as well. If you're talking a stocking, those little tiny bottles of liquor, a little assortment of those is always fun. You could also go for a nice bar book. You can see this is ours. Quite loved. Lots of pages marked of cocktails that we do enjoy. A good bar book, though, it's a good investment. You can always look up drinks online, but the bar books tend to have the good classic drinks that everybody enjoys. An assortment of sort of fancy mixing sticks or stir sticks, always nice. You can even go for like an assortment of umbrellas or, like drink decorations that people like. If the person you are buying for might be someone who does a themed party, who wants to make umbrella drinks or margaritas, anything like that. And especially for a stocking, even just a jar of good martini olives might be a cute gift. If you're doing more of a gift, like a gift basket might be nice, with maybe just all the ingredients to make one specific drink, like a martini. So maybe a couple martini glasses, some good gin, jar of olives, whatever. Maybe a little vermouth. Oh yeah, a little vermouth. That goes in a martini as well. There's some cute options for keeping your drinks cold. For a wine drinker, I know you can get like these metal balls that you put in your freezer, and then you just pop it into your glass of wine, which is nice if you're drinking like a white or a rosé outside on a hot summer day to keep the wine cooler. And some people just like their wine cold, and that's okay. And then some people like to drink their bourbon or whiskey on the rocks, but when you pour it over ice, it ends up diluting it. So you can buy what they call ice rocks, which are like these little cubes. They look like stones, or they look like some I've seen some that actually do look like stones. Some are more like cubes made out of rock. But same thing, put them in the freezer, get them cold, put them in the glass. They keep your drink chilled without diluting it. And if your gift recipient is a wine drinker, you can always go with a bottle of wine. That's always a great idea. You can also buy like the wine bottle stoppers. So if you open a bottle of wine and don't finish it, you can use these stoppers to keep it until the next day. You can also buy a nice wine opener. Those are very handy, and I feel like it's always good to have a couple. And then wine charms, I think, are very cute. These are great for if you're having a party or even just several people over and all your glasses look alike, and it's very easy to set one down and be like, is this my drink or is this your drink? So you put these little wine charms on them. Everybody knows what charm is theirs. You never get a glass confused. And maybe you have someone on your list who you might consider a minimalist, someone you know doesn't want stuff, right? You want to get them something, but you know there's someone who's constantly taking things to the donation center. They're the ones maybe talking about, let's not do gifts because I don't want more stuff that I don't use or I don't need. Or they just have everything they could possibly want and you don't know what else to get them. I actually think this is one of the easiest categories of people to buy for because all you have to do is think consumables. Think things that they will eat, drink, enjoy, and then be done with. So things like coffee, a nice assortment of flavored coffees or teas. You could also go for hot chocolates. I mean, this time of year, you can pretty much go to any store and find some sort of hot cocoa assortment that's all done up specifically for the holidays. And then even things like, I don't know, snacky things like gourmet snacks, like maybe some fancy olives or chocolate covered anything, right? Just something that's yummy and delicious. And if food stuff doesn't sound good, there's always candles. Most people will enjoy a good candle no matter what. And they come in so many different scents. You can really try to personalize it, either get something that's a little bit manly for the guy in your life who doesn't really need anything. You can go floral, you can go fruity, or you can go unscented for the people that you're like, I just don't really know. Just make sure it's in a cute little container and you got it. Whew, this is a lot of talking. So while I catch my breath and wet my whistle, please take this moment to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed. And if you're enjoying this video, please click the like button because doing so lets YouTube know that people are interested in content like mine. And what about the handyman in your life? Or not even just the handyman. These ideas are usually pretty good also for someone who is just beginning to live on their own, who might need like a few little tools or handy items to have around the house. Things like a really nice tape measure. Now you can go plain Jane, just a nice heavy duty tape measure. You can also go fancy and add in like laser stuff. I don't know. I don't know if a fancy tape measure is necessary, but it is an option. You can also go with something like an all-purpose tool like a Leatherman that has, like scissors and screwdrivers and pliers and like everything you could possibly need all in one tool. Those are very handy. As are like screwdrivers that have like changeable bits, ends, whatever, so that you only need one screwdriver that might be like a big flathead, a little flathead, a big Phillips, a little Phillips. So you have some options, one screwdriver, instead of having to have a whole assortment of them. And then even things like a small magnetic level or a small flashlight can be very handy and very useful. And then what about your girly girl? For those women, think pampering. Think anything like a fancy lotion or a loofah, maybe a face mask or eye mask. Think, I don't know, nail polish, like a nail polish kit, like an assortment of colors, or a nice manicure set or pedicure set. Anything that just feels like girly and, I don't know, pampery. That's the only thing I can think of. Anything from even like a nice set of sheets, like a silk pillowcase. What else? A nice fuzzy bathrobe. Well, that's not going to be a stocking stuffer. It could be a nice gift for that person. So just think pampery. If on your gift giving list you have somebody that's outdoorsy, maybe someone who likes to spend time outside, hiking, walking, gardening, anything along those lines. You can always think of things like a compact travel umbrella, natural bug repellent, nice wicking socks, which I know you might be thinking, do people really want socks? Yes, people do. Maybe consider something like a metal water bottle or rechargeable hand warmers. You can even go with gloves. If you know someone who's like working outside, maybe it is a gardener, then maybe specifically gardening gloves. But if it's someone who likes to hike and just be outside, you can get these really nice gloves that also have like fingers that allow them to still use their phone if they need to occasionally check their phone while they're hiking. Although, right, like put it away, be outside. And then also even things like maybe a headlamp could be nice, or a safety light, which is just one of those lights that you might wear around your arm to help you be seen by others. So if it's someone who likes to go out, maybe walking or jogging early in the morning or in the evenings, that is just a nice safety thing that they might not think to pick up for themselves, but would be good for them to have. And then lastly, you might have someone who you specifically know is a snacker, or your person just doesn't fit into any of the other categories and you're sort of stumped as to what to get them. Snack foods are always a win, especially in stockings, but even as a gift basket. You can go as high end or as low end as you want. Maybe know your person. Someone young, maybe the age of 20, might not really care for some really expensive gourmet snack. They might just want their tried and true childhood favorites. You never know. Know your person. So some ideas here: packages of dried fruit, packages of nuts, an assortment of different jerkies might be a fun thing. Granola bars, Nutella snack packets, those are always fun. Olives, jams or other fruit preserves, crackers, cookies, chocolate covered anything, right? Whether it's chocolate covered fruit, chocolate covered nuts, chocolate covered potato chips. Might not be the healthiest options, but it's Christmas. Below, I'm also going to link a video that I did recently about other gift ideas that might inspire you as you get into this gift giving season. And I ask you to also sort of rack your brain and think of other ideas, other people, other categories, like types of people, and the associated gifts that might go with them that you could share in the comments to help all of us out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.